Hello, this is another Transformers video, but not to start with a review. Yeah, this video is just to explain how to remove the Minicon deployer bits from crazybolt, which I know a lot of people would want to do. Got a little bit of sand on him there. Now, I'll probably say this in the review, but if you're living in the UK and if you're lucky enough, you can get him at TK Maxx for 13 quid. Usually is about 23 quid, 20 to 27 quid, but yeah, 13 quid is worth it for 13 quid, yeah. And you get a Minicon, which is Hammer, which is possibly one of the best Minicons. So, what's wrong with that? Hammer is white and red, kind of looking like one of them strawberry flavoured swirly sweets that I'm sure a lot of people will remember or won't remember, but you know. So yeah, so what I did was, if I just raise the camera a bit, is I removed the magnables which hold the Minicon in place. I removed the spring. I removed the flap and excuse me. I removed the central flap. Excuse me. Yeah, I removed the central flap, and I removed the little spring lever thing here. Now the white spring panel that goes across here does nothing. The little spring switch here does nothing, and the only one that does work is this thing, which should, if you've got the springs in, will push back, the middle white bar will spring out, and the Minicon should pop out. It doesn't really add anything, it just looks rubbish. It does make this section a little bit wobblier if you don't press it in right, but if you take it all apart and put it all together right, it just works alright. Now what you need to do firstly is unscrew these screws here, this one here and this one here. This will detach the front body, which is the legs, this part of the torso and the head bit, well not the head bit, just this bit and the front legs from the rest of the body. It will also take the roof section and the upper head section off. So that will allow you to, well sorry, then you'll have to take off, unscrew this screw, and and this screw here. So that will allow you to pull out this bottom section, which has the lower jaw, and this will allow you to get rid of the magnables and spring section. What you then need to do with the middle flap bit, the spring flap bit, is get a very thin drill or something really thin and hammer the pin that's stuck in. That will get rid of it completely. That's pretty much it, and then screw it back together. Now one thing to note is this white section might go sideways because there's a slot right there, and there's two slots on the edges of that white bar, and you have to get it just right, otherwise it won't go in. Now that allows this top section to spin around, which I'll get into in the transformation. It's a little bit fiddly, but once you've got it all lined up and the right way round, because there's only one way it'll go in, it'll go together perfectly. And as you can see, pretty solid. It's pretty solid in robot mode, and that middle flap stops these. Well, it doesn't stop, but it really, you have to really pull it apart to get the legs in when you're transforming it, and I don't see it serving a purpose. It just doesn't work. It's not needed. Yeah, I just like this figure because it's a car that looks like it's from Transformers Cybertron turned into a hellish lizard dragon thing. Could you make that has a really large opening mouth? You can't make that up, but Hasbro has. So there you go. So with that, we'll get on to the video. Bye for now.